Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
Good morning, everybody. Cappers Nation Live, January 28th, game day edition, Tuesday, guys. Glad to have everybody here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see YouTube is not working properly on my live screen. It shows that there's 0 people here and 0 comments. However, when I click on the video as a regular viewer, it shows me everybody and the comments. So, welcome, everybody. Glad to have everybody here. Going to be another great day. Shane Prantia, Shapendi, Jemio Jenkins, Frankie Diamond, Matt Bailey in the house. Everybody, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome. Matt says, Kyle, thanks for that easy winner with Southern and UNC. Much appreciated. Definitely my pleasure, as always. Free plays yesterday. A nice big 2-0 yesterday on the free plays. Overall, a great winning day all the way around yesterday. Doesn't matter which way you look at it, we had a great winning day. And we're going to go over that record here in just a few minutes. Let some people log on. We've got an email being sent out. Definitely pretty stoked for today. Going to be another big day today. Another big day on premium plays. Another big day on my personal plays. I'll mix this sucker up. What do the shades see today? What do the shades see today? They see some winners coming. That is good. A little sweet, but that's good. Me and the wife were looking at the secret drink menu from Starbucks yesterday, and I guess when you get a sore throat, there's a drink called a medicine ball. But you need to order it as a honey citrus mint tea. It's actually pretty damn good. So I figured I'd order one and keep me going with the extra vitamin C, especially considering my little one is sick. My mother-in-law is sick. Everybody seems to be sick. I got a stuffy nose, and I don't want to get it. So going to get everything up and running here. We're going to do a full recap. But first, we need to get situated here. Get comfy. Get ready to rock and ready to roll. Had another winning day yesterday. Another big winning day yesterday. On Monday, first of all, let's go over what we did for the live show. Live show put out 2 leans for you guys in a little light day yesterday. Iowa laying 5.5, getting the job done for everybody there with a nice big victory. Alabama A&M and Southern under 131 as well. That's a nice 2-0 on leans from the live show. Just on the live shows, guys, Saturday, Sunday, and yesterday, the last 3 days, live show leans are now 10-1. Shane, Kyle, you get sick too often. That's what happens when you got a 4-year-old that goes to school. She brings it home. But I'm not sick yet. Not sick yet. Hoping I don't get sick. Dem boys like the shirt? Thank you. Just a little Under Armour. But yeah, I do agree. From somebody who I used to never get sick until I had a little one go to school. But live show leads have been off the hook. 10-1 in the last 3 days. Good morning, William. Tuning in via text message, watching on YouTube. Thank you, brother, for tuning in. Shane says leans are on fire. Leans are definitely rolling in the right direction. Ryan, good morning. Christopher Bayer, Dem Boys, good morning. Mr. Watson, good morning. So, leans from the show yesterday, 2-0. Free plays yesterday, also 2-0. Yesterday's daily free consensus play, Alabama A&M and Southern University. We gave out Southern University laying the 4. Nice, easy victory right there. Good morning, Chido, tuning in. That was a nice big winner for everybody, the daily free play. Also gave you guys a lean on the under on that one, and that was a blowout, easy winner. But the other free play, North Carolina plus 5.5. North Carolina plus 5.5, winning outright by 10. Congratulations to everybody that caught the lean, as well as sprinkled some on the money line for that one as well. That was a nice win there. So free plays on the day yesterday. A nice big 2-0 to start the week. Leans 2-0. Yesterday, let's start with our NHL. Washington, Montreal. We had Washington laying 120 on the money line. Nice winner there. Toronto and Nashville over 6.5 goals. That was a nice winner there. Ended up being a 5-2 final. And then St. Louis against Vancouver. We had St. Louis laying $1.20. We dropped that one. However, NHL package right after the All-Star break. Leaving where we left off with a nice winning day. 2-1 right there for everybody. Congratulations. My personal play started out hot. 2-0 on the day. 2-0 out on the day to start. North Carolina plus 5.5. Dog outright winner, winning by 10 against NC State, just as we called it live. And then Florida A&M and Norfolk State had Norfolk State laying 5.5. They absolutely smashed Florida A&M. And then we had all Northern Colorado and Eastern Washington. We had Northern Colorado plus 2. Plus 2. They were up by 4 with a minute to go. For some reason, I had already thought the game was over, thinking that we just were getting ready to sweep the board. Next thing you know, I just do a double check, and take a second look. And next thing you know, we're in overtime, up 1 with a minute and a half to go. Okay, no problem. We're up 1 with the ball with a minute and a half to go. We'll get this, catching 2 points on the road in OT. No, next update that I got, 27 seconds left. We're down by 5. Ugh. What a kick right in the nuts to go from a chance to go 3-0 to 2-1. So another 2-1 day, but hey, we'll definitely take it. 2-1 Friday, 3-1 Saturday, 3-1 Sunday, 2-1 Monday. I'll take it. I mean, I don't know how you can complain on a 10-4 run, over the last 4 days, so I'll definitely take it. Premium plays yesterday. Premium plays, the only one we lost yesterday. We lost by 1 bucket, and they missed a dunk with 7 seconds left. Cleveland, Detroit, over 218. They ended up, I think, at 215 or 216, something right around there. Right around there, just so close, a bucket away from hitting that one. But it's okay. We still had a winning day. Still ended up 3-1 on premium plays. We hit the Miami Heat, laying 4.5 against Orlando. Nice big victory there. Sacramento and Minnesota over 224. Nice big easy winner there. And then Southern Utah laying 8 over Idaho with a smashing easy blowout victory there. So another 3-1 day on premium plays. Another nice winning day. For everybody there on premium plays. Taking a look at the last 5 days of premium plays, they have gone 3-1, 2-2, 2-2, 3-1, 3-1. Not too shabby. Prior to that, they were 2-2, 2-2, 1-3, 3-1, 2-2, 2-1, and 4-0. Not bad at all. Since the 16th of January, they've really only had 1 outright losing day. They've had a couple where you get juiced out minus 0.2. We consider that pretty much even Steven there. But as far as having outright losing days out of the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days, there's only been 1. And out of the last 17, there's only been 2. So, premium plays on the right track and picking up units consistently. Same thing with my personal plays, and we're going to keep doing it today. What do we got planned for everybody today? Well, folks, we've got another nice winning day planned. We've got our premium plays that include NBA and college hoops today, as well as my personal plays. We've got 2 NHL plays, 1 side and 1 total. And definitely looking to be another great day today. Remember, if you want our NHL for free, if you want to pick up a week of NHL for 100% for free, make sure you go pick up the early bird special for the Super Bowl, and you get a week. You get a week of our NHL package absolutely free, just for grabbing our Super Bowl package early before Thursday at midnight. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Big D Mall in the house. Randy C. What's going on? Glad to have the people that are here. We may not be the biggest live show, but I think we are probably the most user interactive and fun live show. Out of your day and hit that subscribe button right down below. We stream live 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, and dark and early in the mornings on the weekends, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, Saturday and Sunday. This coming weekend, let's talk about what we're going to be doing. Obviously, Super Bowl Sunday, Saturday's live show without a hitch. Sunday's a live show for Super Bowl Sunday will also go off without a hitch. We'll probably go live a couple times on Super Bowl Sunday. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you're going to get those instant notifications each and every single time we drop videos, all right? You do not want to miss what we're going to be putting out. That is a fact. So just getting everything up and running here. That way we can get the show on the road. I cannot go live for too long today, unfortunately. But we're going to go live. We're going to do what we do and hopefully put some money in your guys' pocket like I know we will and we should. So bear with me 1 second here, folks. Premium plays are already posted on the website. If you're part of our premium play package, they are already posted on the website. And premium plays rolling in the right direction. And if you're not part of our premium plays, you probably should be. You probably should think about getting on board. 3 days premium plays, $99. 3 days of my personal plays, $99. Or that big Super Bowl package, which is always a smoking deal. And for everybody that doesn't know, the 1 week sale that includes the Super Bowl package, that is going to be ending today. That goes off the website today. It will no longer be on there after midnight tonight. You get 1 week of premium plays or 1 week of my personal plays. You also get my game of the week later this week. You also get our big guaranteed game for the Super Bowl, as well as the second half guaranteed Super Bowl bet, as well as the prop bet package, all for $250. Smoking deal, considering it includes a week of plays and my game of the week. So, always a good time. And I got something special for everybody today. I'm tired of going 2-1 and barely missing our clean sweep by a bucket here and a bucket there. All right, so got both computers up and running. Let me get the live odds up and running for this, for our matchups here. That way we can start breaking down the juice. Alrighty. Post up in the chat. Let's get people interacting. Post up in the chat. Who do you guys like? Who are you taking? Who are you guys looking at? We're going to get everything situated here. Want to give a big shout out to my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful wife. She knows I'm a Rolex guy. I wear a Rolex every single day. It's just my thing. But I've always wanted an Apple Watch for when I go to the gym or out fishing or hunting or hiking or four-wheeling. That way, you know, I'm not banging a Rolex around. And for my birthday, she got me the finally wearing it, the Apple Titanium. It's so light I don't even realize it, but it's kind of weird. Phone ringing and it ringing to my watch. I guess Rolex being not into smart technology just yet has my game off a little. But thank you to my beautiful wife for my lovely present. Taking me a little while to get used to it, but definitely different. What's going on, Davin? Thanks for joining us. Michael wants to know, does anybody think Wyoming can pull the upset tonight? All right, guys, going to get everything up and running. That way we can do our breakdowns. Definitely going to be a good time today when we're going to let the good times roll. 4 premium plays set for today, NBA and college hoops. We're going to take a look at some of the college hoops matchups for today. There's Butler, Georgetown, Villanova, and St. John's, Purdue, and Rutgers, Florida State, Virginia in their rematch. Mississippi State, Florida, Syracuse, Clemson, Auburn at Ole Miss, SMU, and Cincinnati. Between those two high-scoring teams, Virginia Tech and the Hurricanes, Richmond, VCU, Michigan getting Nebraska, Georgia, Missouri, Rhode Island, George Mason. There are some quality games on the board today, folks. Let me tell you, you guys know I love my college hoops. I'm definitely super, super, super excited for today and what we've got planned for today, both premium and my personal. Definitely super, super, super excited. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into the game day breakdowns because I probably only have about another 40 minutes live before I got to get going. So definitely want to get through some quality breakdowns for you guys. We're going to start with Butler and Georgetown for you guys, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 Pacific. CBS Sports Network game, guys. You've got the 16-4 Butler Bulldogs and the 12-8 Georgetown Hoyas. Let's start with Georgetown, guys. 12-8 on the year. Patrick Ewing and his Hoyas, guys, kind of in a downward spiral. You know, they started out the year pretty damn okay. They've got 5 losses out of their last 7 games. They were, 10-3 before they ran into Providence. They've got losses to Providence, Seton Hall, they did beat St. John's at home. They lost to Villanova on the road. They beat Creighton at home, but they did lose to Marquette at home back on the 18th, 10 days ago. They lost 84-80 in a high-scoring home game. And then they did just have an away loss to Xavier, losing 66-57. Taking a look at Georgetown, guys, they have suffered 3 losses at home today, which is kind of concerning for a home team. That has a decent home court advantage of 3.5, which makes it the 100th toughest place to play in Division One. The Capital One Arena, guys, holds 20,600 fans. They're in Washington, D.C. And taking a look at just Georgetown's home losses, they lost to Penn State back on November 14th. They lost 81-66. They also lost to UNC Greensboro 65-61 in a game they should have won at home. And they also have that home loss most recently, January 18th, losing to Marquette by 4, 84-80. They're 2-5 in conference play, guys. The Big East Conference play has not treated them well. Their only wins in the conference play come against St. John's and Creighton. Meanwhile, they've lost their last, 5 out of their last 7 were all conference games and losses as well. Taking a look at the Butler Bulldogs, guys, 16-4. They were 15-1 before they ran into Seton Hall. Seton Hall kind of derailed them. They beat them by 8 at home, 78-70. Then they lost to DePaul. Then they lost to Villanova a week ago Tuesday. And then they just had a nice big overtime victory over Marquette last Friday, beating them 89-85 at home. Taking a look at the Bulldogs on the road, And they do have 3 losses on the road. They've lost to Baylor on the road by 1 point. They also lost to DePaul by 13, as well as Villanova just the other day, last week, by 15 points. They're 4-3 in the Big East Conference play, guys, with their 3 losses coming out of their last 4 games against Seton Hall, DePaul, and Villanova. Did Butler snap out of their 3-game win streak with a successful win over Marquette, or are they going to go back to their same ways in that little 3-game losing streak? Or are they going to be able to snap out of it and keep that run going after their big overtime victory just the other day? Taking a look at the odds on this one, guys. If you're looking for the game number on this one, it's towards the bottom of the college basketball regular games. It's game 641, 642. There's no added or extra games today, so you don't have to look anywhere else for games today other than on the main page. Georgetown opened up as a 1-point favorite. They're still laying 1. Butler catching 1 on the road. Total opened up at 141.5. It's up to 142, 142.5 in a couple spots. Although the D Casino still holding strong at 141.5. When you start comparing these two teams side by side, there's a lot of green on the offensive side. Then there's a lot of green on that Butler defense. Green is good, red is bad, white is just okay. Obviously, you guys can't see the screen that I'm looking at with all our stats that are compiled, courtesy of Stats LLC. Well, it ain't courtesy because we pay them a pretty penny for them. But taking a look, guys, offense is very, very, very similar when it comes to their offensive numbers. Obviously, the two styles are completely different. You've got the super fast-paced Georgetown Hoyas, who average 15.6 seconds per possession before they get a shot off. And then you've got the super slow Butler Bulldogs averaging 19.6 seconds per possession. Butler averaging 53% from the field. They're a 28.3% offensive rebounding team. They hit 35% from out deep. 53% of all their 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk are converted. And they're also a 72.5% free throw shooting team. Now, in conference play, their numbers didn't drop too much. A percent for the 3-pointers. Did drop 4% of all their 2-point plays. However, their free throw shooting went up 2.5% to a clean 75% free throw shooting from the charity stripe. Taking a look at Georgetown and their numbers. First of all, Georgetown 51% shooting from the field. They're a more fast-paced team. They average 15.6 seconds per possession. 33.8% offensive rebounds. What that means is 33.8% of their total rebounds come from the offensive glass. Okay, they hit 35.2% from out deep, identical to Butler. They convert 49.8%, so safe to round up and say 50% of all their 2-point plays. They're a 76% free throw shooting team. All right, they're a 76% free throw shooting team. 2 foul participation, both teams participate. Not a big number, but enough where it could be a factor down the stretch in that first half. Georgetown at a 21% for the 2 foul participation. Butler at 23%. Taking a look at height advantage, there's about a half-inch height advantage on average for each player overall for Georgetown. Experience level the same. Both play 28% minutes by bench personnel. Georgetown only relies on the 3-ball for 24% of their total points. 20% free throw shooting, 55% of all their total points are 2-point plays. Butler relies on nearly 30% of their total points to be from out deep. Big difference between the two. Georgetown's defense, not on the same level as Butler, I'll be honest. They're not on the same level as Butler. They're horrible at defending the 3. Not the best at creating turnovers either. Taking a look, one other aspect. Nope, that one is a non-factor there. But based on these 2 wins here, the only thing with Butler that scares me is them losing their last 2 road games, road conference games, both to Villanova and DePaul. The DePaul one scares me more. But I do like Butler in this situation. I do like him as a 1-point dog. I think they get the job done. Georgetown definitely gets that home court advantage. However, they've shown that the home court advantage is not necessarily a factor losing by 4 to Marquette. At home, losing to UNC Greensboro, losing to Penn State. So I do like the Butler Bulldogs +4. I think they snapped back with a huge victory over Marquette, which went to OT. Showed a lot of adversity right there, and they got the job done when it mattered the most, and that was late. So I do lean towards Butler here +1. Thank you, Shane. I appreciate that. Alrighty, so I'm going to keep these breakdowns rolling for you guys. Don't forget you have until Thursday at midnight to be on board our Super Bowl package for the early bird special. Next breakdown that we're going to do, we are going to do the Purdue and Rutgers game. Purdue and Rutgers, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the Big Ten Network. That one is coming up. In 1 second, just punching up all that information. One second here, folks. Okay. Alrighty, next up, guys, Purdue and Rutgers. Taking a look at the Boilermakers, guys, 11-9. They've lost two out of their last 3, and they've also lost 4 out of their last 6. They're 4 out of their last 6 with losses to Illinois, the Fighting Illini, Michigan, Maryland, and Illinois. They do have a home victory against Michigan State and another home victory against Wisconsin. And let me tell you, Purdue has not won on the road since a December 17th victory of 69-51 over Ohio. They only have one true road game victory this year. Taking a look at Rutgers, guys, 15-5 for the Scarlet Knights. Steve Piccielli, he's got his program rolling. They've won 3 out of their last 4. And they've also won 9 out of their last 11 games, 3 out of their last 4 with wins over Indiana, Minnesota, and Nebraska, with their almost at Iowa, with their loss coming with it's a 5-point loss on the road to Iowa back on the 22nd on my birthday, was their last loss. As far as at home, Rutgers has not lost at home, guys. They defend their home court exceptionally well. It does have a home court advantage of 3.7, which makes the Rutgers Athletic Center I can't talk today, the 63rd toughest place to play in all of Division I. It's not on the larger side. It only holds 8,000 fans, so it's definitely not on the louder side, but the home court advantage there is definitely real, and you see it by the way Rutgers has played at home. They have not lost at home this entire year. Their 5 losses have all been away. They've got a neutral site loss against St. Bonnie, road losses to Pittsburgh, Michigan State, the Fighting Illini, and Iowa. They've got home wins over Nebraska, Minnesota, Indiana, Penn State, Caldwell, Lafayette, Seton Hall, Wisconsin, Massachusetts, NJIT, Stephen F. Austin, as well as Drexel, Niagara, and Bryant. A bunch of gimme games to start the season. Taking a look at both programs, first of all, you're going to find out, Purdue is, not the best shooting team on offense. However, there's a couple things that they do exceptionally well on offense. They limit their turnovers to 17.2%, and they are a 35.5% offensive rebounding team. They do have good numbers in those categories, which make them the 71st best defense in all of Division I, based on adjusted efficiencies, just with those numbers by themselves. Now, Rutgers, on the other hand, they're not the best shooting team. They are not the best shooting team. They are a much faster pace a play team than Purdue. They average 17.4 seconds per possession compared to Purdue's 19.2. Purdue hitting 47.6% from the field. Like I said, they're a 35.5% offensive rebounding team. Purdue, 33% from out deep, 46.1% conversion of all their 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk. They are a poor 66% free throw shooting team. All right, Rutgers, on the other hand, shooting-wise, still not in that category. 50% from the field, which is a tad bit better. 33.2% offensive rebounding, which is a good number and competitive with Purdue's number. They're a 30.4% three-ball shooting team. They're also hitting just 52% of all their 2-point plays, which is a good number. It's actually 3% above Division I. They're a 64.1% free throw shooting team. Rutgers is not a good free throw shooting team. But on the other hand, either is Purdue. Conference play, both teams' numbers have dropped. Rutgers a 63.6% free throw shooting team and a 65.3% for Purdue. So neck and neck there. Taking a look at two-foul participation, no factor there. 11% for Purdue, 12% for Rutgers. Height advantage roughly the same. They both go to the bench for over 35% of their total minutes. One thing that Purdue does do is they rely on the three ball for 32% of their total points. They're going to have their hands full. Rutgers is the 59th best in Division I at defending the three ball, so there's going to be no slouch there, holding teams to 30.4% shooting from out deep. And Rutgers doesn't rely on the three ball for much, which is probably a good thing because, one, they lack the capability to knock down threes, hitting just 30%, and two, Purdue is the 7th best three-ball defense in Division I, holding teams to 28.1% all year long. So as far as this one goes with the game on this one, guys, taking a look at the odds on this one, if you're looking for the game number, it's game 627, 628. Rutgers opened up as a 3.5-point favorite. It's down to 3. Total opened up at 124. It's down to 119.5 at the D Casino. 120.5 everywhere else, it seems. Although there are a couple books that have it at 120 as well. The likes of Caesars and the Stations properties here in town have it at 120 as well. Taking a look at this one, guys, I'm not a huge fan of Rutgers laying 3 against Purdue. I do like Rutgers to get the win. I think they'd get another home victory, but I think it's going to be a close one. I think it will be a close one. So with that one, guys, if I was going to do anything on it, I'd take Rutgers on the money line minus 155. I think it'll be a close game. I don't think Rutgers is going to have a big rout over the Boilermakers today. Even though they've been trending in the wrong direction, they just snapped with a big home victory over Wisconsin. And the fact that they've only won one game on the road, I think they play it close. I think it's going to be a tough game, but I think Rutgers comes out on top and ahead when it's all said and done. And so for that, I would definitely, myself personally, take the money line in that one. It has a 61-58 final by Rutgers. All right, next up on the list, Mississippi State, Florida. Mississippi State and Florida. That one is coming up next, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, televised on ESPN2. One second, folks. Okay. Alrighty, so next one coming up. For everybody, Mississippi State, Florida, the Gators 12-7, losing their last two, losing to LSU and Baylor. They've lost 3 out of their last 5 against Missouri as well, with 2 wins over Mississippi and Auburn, both home wins. They did just suffer a home loss against Baylor, losing by 11. Here they are, guys, at the Exact Tech Arena for their home court matchup here. They do get a home court ranking of 3.6, which makes it the 87th toughest place to play in Division I. It is the 93rd largest. It is one of the larger ones, holds 10,151 fans. You got to add in that one there for the Gators, guys, out of Gainesville. Michael White's got his program rolling in the wrong direction. They've just lost 2 to LSU and Baylor, guys. They're 4-2 in conference play. They started out the year... start out the conference play 2-0, and since, they're still rattling off wins every now and then. They've got conference wins over Alabama, South Carolina, Mississippi, and Auburn. They've got the conference losses against just LSU and Missouri. Here they are, guys, conference game against Mississippi State. Taking a look at the Mississippi State Bulldogs, guys. Ben Howland, his program had a nice 3-game win streak going. After losing 3 straight to Auburn, Alabama, and LSU, they bounced back with 3 straight victories over Missouri, Georgia, and Arkansas from the 14th of January to the 22nd. However, this last Saturday, they suffered a 1-point semi-away game loss to Oklahoma, losing 63-62. Here they are traveling on the road. And, one thing that you got to take a look at first when some of these teams, especially conference games, is how do these teams play on the road? Well, how does Mississippi State? They're 12-7 on the year. They're 3-3 in conference play. How do they play on the road? You go up. Their last road victory was against Coastal Carolina on November 24th. It is actually their only true road victory against Coastal Carolina. Let me get this frozen screen fixed. Neutral site victories. They've got a neutral site victory against Kansas State, winning 67-61, as well as a 80-66 neutral site victory over Tulane. Other than that, they just lost their semi-away game by a point. They lost to LSU on the road by 1, and they lost by 21 to Alabama, as well as 12 to Auburn. That game against LSU was a very, very, very close game that they actually had a chance to win, and they didn't on that one. Taking a look at both teams side by side, first of all, these offenses are so similar when it comes to numbers that they're pretty much even-steven as far as capability goes. As far as defense, small edge towards Florida, not much. But first, guys, let's take a look at the odds on this one. Let's see where the line is at, all right? Florida laying 6 at home. It actually opened up at 4.5. That line is up to 6, and it's going even higher. Westgate and DraftKings, just literally while we've been live, moved it from 6 to 6.5. Nowhere else seems to be above 6 just yet. Total opened up at 136, and it's down to 134. I see it as low as 134 at the 5 dimes. Westgate, MGM, DraftKings has it at 134.5. Same thing with the D Casino, Caesars, Stations, BetDSI and Bovada both have 134 as well. I think this is going to be one of the more competitive games between the two teams. First of all, when you're taking a look at both programs and you're comparing them side by side, the numbers on offense and defense are so similar. Mississippi State hitting 50.8% from the field. Florida, 50.9%. All right. One thing that Mississippi State does, amazing, is offensive rebounds. They're the number 2 offensive rebounding team in all of Division I. 40.2% of all the rebounds come from the offensive glass, 32.2% for Florida. Taking a look at the rest of the numbers, they shoot identical from out deep, 32.9% from beyond the arc. However, in conference play, Mississippi State has struggled, hitting just under 28%, whereas Florida's numbers have gone up to 37.7%, which make them the number 1 3-ball shooting team in the Southeast Conference. All right, all those 2-point plays, very similar numbers, 51.4% for Mississippi State, 51.7% for Florida. Free throw shooting, 73% for Mississippi State, 72% for Florida. Now in conference play, those numbers for both teams have gone up. Florida hitting 76.5% from the charity stripe in conference play. Mississippi State just under 80%. Two foul participation. Mississippi State will participate 20.9%. So we'll round up and we'll say 21%, whereas Florida's a 9%. Not much of a factor. Height advantage. There's over an inch height advantage, about an inch and a half height advantage on average per player for Mississippi State over Florida. Experience level edge towards towards Mississippi State. Both go to the bench for roughly 25 minutes of their total points. Both rely on free throws for over 20% of their total points. 21% for both teams. As far as, breaking down this one, as far as a lean on this one goes, Florida laying 6.5. You could see, the line is moving to 6.5. I wouldn't be surprised if the money keeps coming in and you see it even hit 7 later in the day. But I'm going to tell you this one. Both of these two teams, very, very, very comparative. On paper, they're identical. Florida, they've lost their last 2. They've also lost that home loss by 11 to Baylor, although Baylor's a much more capable team than Mississippi State. Taking a look at how Mississippi State played Florida last year, just so everybody knows, they beat them last year at home by 3 points. Okay, they beat them at home by 3 in a very close game, so a definite revenge game coming for the Florida Gators. However, I think the line is off. I think they're giving Mississippi State too many points here. I think 6.5 is a gift for two teams that are very comparable and going in opposite directions. Yeah, Mississippi State's coming off a loss, a road loss, losing by 1 point. Other than that, they had 3 straight victories. So with that being said, I think the line is off. I think it favors the dog here, and I'm going to put a nice little lean out on Mississippi State plus the 6.5. As far as the total goes on this one, no opinion on the total, 134. I think it gets close to it. I think it gets real close to 134. Not enough to make me want to jump on it. We actually have Florida winning 69-65. So with that, obviously, there's no advantage for the total. We're off by 2.5 points for Mississippi State. If the line was Florida laying 4, or 3.5, I'd probably think about taking Florida. But since we're getting 6.5, I like the dog here at plus 6.5 on the road. They're capable to win today too. So, anytime you can get 6.5 points and your team's got a chance to win, I'll take them. So, with that being said, next up, I'm going to be breaking down another game for you guys. That's 3 already. Flying through them, folks. Flying through them. We've been live for about 45 minutes. And we're going to keep it rolling. Give me 1 second, folks. Alrighty. Get everything up and running. Big Tom in the house tuning in from the parking garage before heading back to work. Thank you for tuning in, Tom. Glad to have you with us. Glad to have everybody with us. First of all, if you guys are live, we go live 7 days a week. 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. What does that mean? It means we will be live again tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Saturday and Sundays, we go live dark and early, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 6 Pacific. And if you have not already done so, take 1 second out of your day. hit that subscribe button right down below. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you get notified each and every single time we drop a video. Also, if you haven't already done so, do us a favor, give us a big thumbs up in the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work that we do to bring you guys the free content 7 days a week, 365 days a year. What's going on, Randy G? Did you talk about the end of the Northern Colorado game last night? Missed it. I didn't watch it. I talked about how they were up by 4 with a minute to go, and I figured it was a victory and somehow ended up going to OT and then them losing in OT, but they listed it as a Northern Colorado win, then an OT loss. I didn't see that. I saw it went to OT and ended up losing by 5 in overtime, so that one stunk. I don't know what happened there, though. I didn't watch the game. I got a sick 4-year-old at home, so battling 103-degree fever and can't kick it, so we've been battling with that when I was at home. So before we get the next breakdown rolling, Super Bowl. For everybody that doesn't know and just tuning in, if you're already on our Super Bowl package, then you already know. But if you're not on our Super Bowl package, then you don't know. Super Bowl package. We're going to talk about that real quick. Then we'll get back to the game day breakdown, send you guys on your merry way with a nice big winning free play as well. And hopefully we can keep the free plays rolling in the right direction for you guys as well. But the Super Bowl package, guys. Super Bowl guaranteed winner, including the 30-bet prop bet package. It's $119.99. First of all, let's start with the prop bets. You get our prop bet package in this. There's a minimum of 30 props. Should be 34, I believe, this year, roughly. But you get a minimum of 30 props included in that package. You also get our guaranteed Super Bowl winner, which should be posted in a day or two, possibly even today. It will be posted live for everybody to start betting. We're monitoring the line, making sure that we get the best possible line and we beat the closing line. With that being said, you get our big guaranteed winner. You're going to get the side and the total in that package. We're going to guarantee one of them. If for some reason we lose our guaranteed play, they're going to give you $300 in credit, so that way we can make it up and then much more for you. So with that $300 in credit, you can go buy 6 guaranteed Saturday packages at $50 a piece. You can buy premium plays, personal plays, NHL. You can apply it towards a package, make you guys some easy money on it. So that is a great deal right there. Also, the prop bet package all by itself, $24.99. You want just the props? $24.99 for the entire prop package. We absolutely murdered the books last year on the Super Bowl on just the props, so don't miss out this year, all right? Second half guaranteed winner. That is the other package. Second half guaranteed winner, it's $49.99. It includes all the live wagers we will be making. We have a special way to notify you guys if we post a live wager. If we post a live wager, we actually have 2 of the individuals here at the company will be focusing only on live wagers, and you will be notified every single time we're about to drop a live wager. That way you guys get notified as well, and that way you can bet it as well. Make even more money on the Super Bowl. That package is $49.99. Now, if you buy either the main package or the second half package, if you get on board before Thursday at midnight, first of all, if you get on the main package, they're going to give you a week of our NHL package absolutely free. It's worth it right there all by itself. You're also going to get Super Bowl Sunday special selection of college hoops and NBA that myself, Jay, and Steve are putting out. If you guys remember correctly, last Super Bowl Sunday, we went 12-0 before the Super Bowl even started. Before kickoff, we were 12-0 in college hoops. You're going to get a special smorgasbord of Super Bowl Sunday selection basketball games as an added bonus just for signing up before Thursday at midnight. Now, if you buy the second half guaranteed game package before Thursday at midnight as an early bird special, you're going to get a week of NHL package absolutely free. So if you buy the game package and the second half package, you're going to get 2 weeks of NHL absolutely free. It's worth it right there. Worth it right there all by itself. Shane says, thumbs up, everyone, for the great work that Kyle puts in. Thank you, Shane. I do appreciate that. over 60 here, only half of that with user interactions on thumbs up or thumbs down. We definitely appreciate it when you guys do. It definitely helps get our video trending in the right direction. So let's definitely keep it trending in the right direction, that's for sure. Shane says his Super Bowl prediction is 35-28 Chiefs. All right, next game that we're going to break down. Richmond, VCU. Richmond, VCU. Thank you, Daniel, for jumping on board the second half package. I know you already jumped on the main package, so I added a second week of NHL to your account. Mr. McCarthy, you're all set to go. Mr. Davis, thank you for jumping on board. 3 more days of premium plays. Premium plays going 3-1 yesterday and looking for the big sweep today. Premium plays looking for the big 4-0 sweep today. Same thing with my personal plays. I think we're going to get the double sweep. It's been a while since we got the double sweep. Been a long time. Long time. This is what I love about our chat. We've got Shane, who likes the Chiefs. Cato, who likes the Chiefs. We've got Mr. Watson, who likes San Fran. This is what I love. And for everybody, Brian and everybody that was on our bowl package, if you got our NCAA championship game package, where you guys won absolutely everything that we put out, then you definitely want to be on board our Super Bowl package. If you got to sample and you got it, because if you were part of our bowl package and the early bird special, you got our NCAA package for free for the national championship game. We made everybody so much money on that package, it was absolutely stupid ridiculous. If you got to be on that, I'm telling you, you do not want to miss a Super Bowl package. You absolutely do not want to miss a Super Bowl package. And if you're going to buy it, you're better off just buying it early. And that way, you get the week of NHL as well as the Super Bowl Sunday selection of college hoops. Shane, I wouldn't say the Chiefs stopped Henry. They stopped running Henry because they were down. If they weren't down, they would have kept running Henry. Henry had, 64 or 69 yards in the first half, but they were down. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't run the ball and kill the clock. They had to make up time and make up points. So, I guess their game plan stopped Henry. They were ahead. Obviously, when teams are ahead, they stopped running the ball. But they didn't stop Henry from running. What did he have? 3 or 4 carries that entire second half because they were down? So I wouldn't say that they stopped Henry. They just they couldn't keep up with the Chiefs. And if they could have kept up with the Chiefs, they could have kept running the ball. Or if they could have slowed the Chiefs down, that's a better assessment. If they could have slowed the Chiefs down, they could have kept running the ball like they did in the first part of the first half. Frankie Diamond says San Fran 31, Chiefs 28. I absolutely love it. Let's take a look at the VCU Richmond game, guys. VCU opened up as an 8.5-point favorite. They're now laying 9. Total opened up at 140. It's still staying right around 140. Taking a look at both teams. First of all, let's start with the VCU Rams, the home team guys out of Richmond. Mike Rhodes, his program, they've won 3 straight. You guys all know I love making money on VCU. VCU is one of my go-to teams. However, I expressed caution today. 3-game win streak over St. Bonnie, St. Joseph's, as well as LaSalle, where they just won by 11 on the road. They're 5-2 in conference play, guys. The Atlantic 10 Conference, you guys know I absolutely love betting teams in that conference. Excuse me. Taking a look at the home court advantage. It has a home court advantage of 3.6, which makes the Wade Arena the 73rd toughest place to play in Division I. It's not one of the larger ones. It only holds 7,637 fans. But it definitely, for VCU, definitely does have a home court advantage. However, they do have a home loss this year. They did lose to Rhode Island 65-56. They lost by 9 at home. It was actually their first conference loss when they lost to Rhode Island. They've lost to Dayton on the road, which also makes their second conference loss. Taking a look at Richmond, guys, they're 15-5, and they're 5-2 in conference play. They just lost to Dayton at home, 87-89. Dayton has beaten both of these teams already this year. Taking a look at when Richmond played Rhode Island back on January 5th, they beat them by 8 on the road. It was actually their second conference victory. They've won 3 out of their last 4 games, all conference games against Davidson, George Mason, and LaSalle. They just lost on at home against Dayton, and here they are against a VCU team that defends their home court exceptionally well. But one thing that you got to do, you got to look at Richmond and you got to say, all right, well, how do they play on the road? Can they beat teams on the road? They've got a 10-point victory over George Mason on the road. They've got a 6-point victory over Davidson on the road. They've got an 8-point victory over Rhode Island on the road, who actually beat VCU at home. They also have a loss to Alabama, losing by 12 on the road. They've got wins over Old Dominion on the road, as well as Hampton on the road, and a neutral site game victory, beating Wisconsin by 10 back in the end of November as well. So Richmond is a team that definitely travels well. Chris Mooney has his program dialed in. They've won 3 out of their last 4. They are coming off that home loss by 8 points to Dayton, though. Taking a look at both teams side by side, first of all, Richmond's offense is no slouch. The one category that they lack in is offensive rebounding. They struggle getting offensive rebounds. Just 21.1% of their total rebounds are offensive rebounds. However, VCU is not much better. 30% from the team, 37.7% from out deep. In conference play, guys, they are the number 1 3-ball shooting team in the Atlantic 10 conference there. They convert 52.8% of all their 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk. That number's up a half a point to 53 in conference play, which makes them the second in their conference. They are an 80% free throw shooting team all year long. In conference play, that number got better, 81.5% free throw shooting from the charity stripe for Richmond. Take a look at VCU. They hit 49.8% from the field, 28.4% offensive rebounding capability team. They shoot the 3-ball exceptionally well, 34.8% all year long. However, today, Richmond's defense, they are the number 1 defending team, or number 1 defending the 3-ball in the Atlantic 10 Conference as well. So VCU wanting to knock down threes, they're going to have their hands full today against a tough Richmond defense. However, overall, based on adjusted efficiencies, VCU's got a much more potent defense than Richmond. Richmond just leads the category in conference play in that, defending the 3. But back to VCU on offense, they hit 48.3% of all their 2-point plays, 71.4% of all their free throw attempts, and they're a 13.5% 2-foul participation team. Richmond, just 5.5%. So not a big factor for either team. One aspect where VCU has a huge advantage is height. They've got over 1.5 inches height advantage on average per player. Both go to the bench for over 30% of their total minutes played. Experience level, roughly the same, tad bit more for VCU. Both teams rely on the 3-ball for over 30% of their total points. Richmond only relies on free throws for 16%. I'd love to see them drive down low more and get more free throws because they're an 80% team. They are the 4th best free throw shooting team in all of Division I. And number 1 in the Atlantic 10 Conference as well. So back to the line on this one. They're catching 9 right now. Richmond, it opened up at 8.5. They're actually +9 against a VCU team. I think that's a lot of points. Taking a look at how Richmond played them last year, moving over to 2019, they lost 81-60 on the road. They lost 69-66 at home. VCU has dominated them all year long last year, beating them twice. They did have a victory in 2018, but actually both victories, home and away, they beat them. And the away game was a slaughter fest, and at home, It was a very close victory. So a lot of history between these two programs. Sweeping the series between the two. Whoever usually wins the first one ends up winning the second game as well. But I think 9 points is a lot. I really do. I think 9 points is a lot. VCU is definitely capable of covering that. I love VCU, guys. You guys know I love betting on VCU. But I express caution with this one today, guys. I think the line is off. We actually have VCU winning 73-67. Guys, that's by 6 points. I'll take Richmond plus the 9 as a lean. Crazy day. 4 leans. 3 of them are dogs. 1 is a money line. Well, I think there's a lot of trap money out there today. A lot of trap money out there. And, instantly people are going to say, oh, VCU smoked Richmond last year, yada, 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 et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I express caution. I agree, Shane. I hear what you're saying. Frankie Diamond says Duke wins by 20 tonight. Where did our friend Round Robin George go? I wonder if that must have been a fake account. Round Robin George has been MIA for a while. He went bust betting parlays. Kansas City, definitely a fast team. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Excuse me. All right, so what we're going to do now. We're going to do one more breakdown, get you guys on a free play, send you on your merry way. Going to be breaking down the game that you guys have all been asking for. Villanova, St. John's. You guys have been asking for it, so I shall deliver. Let me refresh all my odds here. We'll get everything up and running. Remember, guys and gals, don't miss out. 3 days premium plays, 3 days of my personal plays. Don't miss out, just $99. Ryan, I did lean on Richmond plus the 9. Kelsey is definitely Glenn W. Bookie want to know where's Round Robin George. Yeah, the bookie probably wants to know, right? He probably didn't pay him. Kelsey is definitely oh, you're all good, Ryan. You're all good, brother. Kelsey definitely going to be hard to defend. However, I wouldn't be surprised to see Richard Sherman get matched up with him. Would not be surprised to see Richard Sherman get matched up with him. That'll shut him down. Alrighty, so with that being said, next breakdown, Villanova, St. John's coming your guys' way. Give me 1 second here, folks. Going to get everything situated. Then we're going to get you guys on a nice free play. And then going to get you guys on a nice free play. Alrighty, so where'd my live chat window go? There we go. I think it's going to be a great Super Bowl. I think it's going to be a great Super Bowl. I really do. Excuse me. Definitely some interesting line movements. That is for sure. Kansas City still laying 1 in some spots. A pick 'em at 5 dimes. Well, it's actually 1. 1.5 at DraftKings, 1.5 at Stations, 1.5 at Bovada, 1.5 at BetDSI, which makes 49ers catching 1.5. Total opened up at 51.5. It's up to 54, 54.5 at some spots, and going higher. Taking a look at both these teams that we're going to be breaking down today. Taking a look at Villanova, 16-3 for the Wildcats. They are riding a 6-game win streak with wins over Creighton, Georgetown, overtime victory over DePaul, UConn, Butler, and most notably Providence, beating them by 4 on the road. We had Villanova on the money line on that game last Saturday. They're also in the Big East Conference. They're 6-1 with their only loss coming by way of Marquette, who St. John's just lost to 82-68 last Tuesday, a week ago. Taking a look at St. John's, guys, 13-8 for the Red Storm on the year. They're 2-6 in conference play, with their only 2 wins coming by way of DePaul and DePaul. They beat DePaul home and away. They have lost 6 out of their last 8 games to Butler, Xavier, Georgetown, Providence, Seton Hall, and Marquette. Taking a look at the odds on this one, Villanova opened up as a 2.5-point favorite. They are still only favored by 3.5. The line has risen by a point. Total opened up at 146. It's still hovering right around 146. Money line on this one, minus 165 for Villanova, plus 142 for St. John's. Taking a look at both programs side by side, you're going to find Villanova's offense light years ahead, hitting 52.4% from the field, 27.7% offensive rebounds, 35% from out deep beyond the arc, 52.3% all year long for all their 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk, and a 78.6% free throw shooting team. They are the number 7 free throw shooting team in all of Division I. However, in the Big East Conference, they are the number 1, as in conference play, they are shooting 81.4%. One of the reasons why they're 6-1 in conference play. You need them to win close games, and it's going to be decided by free throw shooting on the charity stripe. Don't put Villanova on there because they're going to knock them down. All right. Taking a look at St. John's. They hit 45.7% from the field, 31.7% offensive rebounds. They hit 30% from out deep, 45.9% of all their 2-point plays, almost 5% below the Division I average. All right, 70% free throw shooting team. They're a quality free throw shooting team. In conference play, they've absolutely struggled, and obviously, as you see it, they're 2-6 on the year, and their numbers reflect it. They hit 28% from out deep in conference play, 43.4% of all their 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk. Free throws stayed the same. They're having 14.6% of their shots blocked in conference play, and they're hitting just 43% from the field in conference play. 2-foul participation, both teams will participate. 14% for St. John's, 19% for Villanova. Height advantage, over 1.5 inches height advantage on average per player for Villanova. Going to the bench, St. John's will go to the bench for over double what Villanova does. Double meaning 40% or more minutes played by bench personnel for St. John's. Just 20% on average for Villanova. Villanova relying on that 3-ball, that deadly 3-ball, for over 38% of their total points. However, in conference play, their 3-ball shooting has definitely lacked, dropping down to 31.7%. As far as the line on this one goes, guys, with Villanova laying 3.5, we actually have this one as a close game. This is a personal play of mine, so I'm going to actually get you guys your free play. It's going to be a personal play of mine, and I'm going to get it on the screen. But first, guys, I'm telling you, if you were on board for the national championship game, you want to be on board our Super Bowl package. And if you're going to get on our Super Bowl package, you might as well do it before the early bird special and get a week of week of our NHL package, as well as the special selection Sunday games as well. So going to be a big day today, guys. First, if you guys want another free play, we've got a free NBA play in our daily free consensus play video. That one is already out. If you know what that one is, please don't post it here. There's a reason why we make the videos, so they get watched. When you watch that one, make sure you guys give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so yet, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button right now. Take 1 second out of your day, hit that subscribe button, tap that little bell. That way you get instant notifications each and every single time we drop a video. Also, if you appreciate all the hard work that we do to bring you guys the free content 7 days a week, 365 days a year, do us a big favor. Give us a big thumbs up in the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work. It definitely helps us out, gets our video trending on YouTube, and gets us rolling in the right direction. The bigger we build this, the more we will bring to you guys absolutely free. All right, absolutely free. So with that being said, let's get you guys on your free play. Let's make you guys some money. Free play. I think Shane's going to like it. Shane was reading my mind. If you're on my personal plays, they have not been sent out yet. They will be sent out as soon as we get off the live show. But the very first one right here for you guys, Villanova on the money line. The money line did move to 165. It was actually on this, let's see here, it opened up at 170. It's down to 165. The station still has it at 160. This line's going to creep up. I would not be surprised to see this on minus 200 before tip-off. This is a 6:30 Eastern time game, so I would bet it now rather than later. And I definitely see it being a close game. Definitely being a close game. However, Villanova gets the job done, and they win and get us the money on the money line. So free personal play, Villanova money line. Let me put it in the comment section as well. So there you have it. Enjoy that free play. Let's make a boatload of money. If you haven't already done so, hit that thumbs up button, guys. Help get our video trending on YouTube. Spread the word. Spread the word. And then let's make some money, guys. Let's all make some money. And it's definitely going to be a great week. So let's have some fun today. Let's keep the free play winners rolling. Hopefully, when it's all said and done, free plays will be 2-0 today, as well as 2-0 on the week, or 4-0 on the week. And hopefully, we are 10-1 in the last 3 days of leans. The last 11 leans we've given out on the live show, we're 10-1. So hopefully, when it's all said and done, hopefully, that number will be 14-1 and 4-0. So let's make a boatload of money, guys. Remember, sell us. If you missed a free play, just hit the rewind button or scroll up. It's in the comment section. All right, guys. So with that being said, good luck. Always bet within your means. Don't do anything stupid, and we will see everybody live tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, for another fun and great episode of Cap Nation Live. All right, guys, take it easy. Good luck, and we will see you guys all tomorrow. And again, don't do anything stupid. All right, we'll see you guys all live tomorrow. Take it easy.